We're going to town now. Okay, let's do the weather real quick, shall we? I wonder if I can. It's like riding a bull, but I like it. It feels good. It feels really good, Paul. You know, Mark spends all his money on the CrossFit, but I'm actually working out harder than him, aren't I?
Absolutely, yes, I would say so. It looks like you are anyways.
How long do people normally stay in the chair?
Most of the settings are about 15 minutes, so you still have another 12 minutes to go, sir.
I'm working up a sweat.
Oh, one of my favorite top memories there, right?
Paul was a good sport.
The day before Bloomsday?
That's the Bloomsday Trade Show, and I was
right.
just trying to find something, and I saw this chair, and it said it was an exercise chair. You could lay down and you exercise while you're watching television. I'm like, I'm doing that. But it really just went, whoa.
Yeah. It's on YouTube if you search it. It's fantastic.
It took me by surprise, and then, of course, I said before, our director, Jim Kieberts, normally when we go to weather, as you well know, you just see the weather graphics. We don't see you guys. And Jim Kieberts saw that it was how goofy it was, so he would just drop out of the weather graphics, show me. I didn't know that. And then he would show the you guys back here in the studio. I think it was Jane McCarthy was in there. Sure. And I could hear the laughter, so I think, oh, are they seeing them? But by that time, I was just trying to hang on.
And we were all in the newsroom just doubled over in laughter watching it happen.
It just stumbled into that. Paul, thank you very much for that. That was lovely.
Great stuff. Okay. Well, before tonight, Tom Whitney and I got to spend some time outside of work together, out of the newsroom.
Yeah, we got to spend a little time reminiscing at Casper Fry in the Perry District. And Tom, you had a chance to talk about some of your favorite things, of course, about living here in Spokane.
If you've ever been out on the town with Tom Sherry, it's like being out with Elvis.
Seriously?
Like, isn't that great? Yeah. I mean, I love them.
Right.
You know, I just feel like, I think they feel super comfortable talking to me. So, you know, it's great. It's really neat. It's fun to be able to go to a place, not being a star or anything like that, or a showboat, but it's just great when you walk and they're like, hey, it's like Norm.
Right.
Well, that's the thing about you that has been so special. It is real. Like, you really do love this community. It's not fake. None of this has been manufactured where it's just for the camera. You don't turn it off and on. Like, who we see every single day, that's who you really are. And that's why it's such a privilege.
Well, I'm an acquired taste, and I thank you for that. Yeah, it's, you know, this is just a fabulous place to live. And, you know, and I've said this before a couple of other times, but I think sometimes when people grow up here, it takes them to move away and come back to get it. And I think that for people who move to this town, I moved here when I was 18 with the idea of just moving on. But you get just how special this place is. I mean, everything from the tap water, which is sweet and tasty from our beautiful aquifer. You know, we don't buy bottled water at our house. It's like, to the skiing, to the lakes. I'm big into boating. Our schools, you know.
So you're not leaving, right? Like, once you retire, you're gonna we're still
Oh
gonna
yeah,
see
I'm
you,
Spokane,
right?
Spokane boy. Yeah, I probably am going to snowbird a little bit. Yeah. And so I've made no secret about that. I grew up in Southern California, and there is I'm not going to California, but I grew up in Southern California, and I really do appreciate I'm solar powered. I do appreciate a blue sky and sunshine. I snow ski, I ice skate, I cross country skied, I snowshoe. I just really want to. You know, I don't want to do that as much anymore. I would prefer to,
Spend more time in flip-flops and shorts.
Exactly, and bike ride, and play a little pickleball, and I've got a terrible golf game. I play like once a year, but I'm trying to play a lot more. I just want to be a lot more active. I'll still do lots of community stuff. I'm hoping to do lots more auctions for charities and nonprofits, charities and benefits, and of course Turkey Drive. Be involved with that, which is lovely that KREM is letting me come back, because that would never go away. Even if Tom wasn't part of it, KREM is committed to Turkey Drive. And you guys did such.
It will always be Tom's Turkey Drive. How cool is it, though, for you to see what Spokane is becoming?
Yeah. I
mean, you've seen a lot of that growth.
I have. I thought it was great in 1978 when I moved here. I love that a lot of the events that are big here are homegrown.
Right.
Yeah.
Hoop Fest. You get a bunch of crazy guys. Bloomsday. It just seems like the things that work to me that I've seen are the ones that are thought of by just people sitting
Grassroots.
around a table.
Yep.
You know, and then goes to the community. You think this will work?
Right.
You know, we're going to do it. If you want to join in, we've got some courts set up. If you want to come down, and then it just.
It's not amazing
And I
what
love
has
that.
turned into.
And that's who we are.